Mike, you're, I would probably say, the leading forefront expert on superheroes that I know.
Yeah.
Easily that I know.
Yeah.
We had a conversation here on the show a couple weeks ago where Jacob, our producer, is a huge fan of the Titanic, specifically the Titanic sinking. He doesn't like it when it's floating. He likes it when it's on the bottom of the Atlantic.
Because he looks like he survived it. I understand.
Yeah, he does look like a ghost that survived the Titanic.
Jacob's a relic.
Yeah.
Jacob's a little boy ghost.
Yeah.
He goes, I lost me mum and dad on the ship.
He just keeps coming to the studio going,
will you walk me to the deck?
Hell yeah.
His fetish is fucking naked fat white women and pretending they're the iceberg.
yeah.
Oh, no, I
Now I'm
can't.
going to crash into you.
And he just puts his face out. He goes, I can't move. It's too quick. Oh, no. Kisses their side. He just kisses the side of their stomach and goes, now I'm going down for real. But he had this theory of only limited superheroes.
Most superheroes' powers are worthless on a sinking ship. When if they're not on land, it's surprising how many superheroes are.
Your voice sounds like geese dying. I just want to say.
Yeah, wow.
Dying geese.
Yeah.
Dying geese? That's a range. That's a new range.
I
don't
like
know.
that.
I don't know if I want to look up what dying geese sounds like.
I've never seen someone make an impassioned argument with no passion. That was amazing.
In fairness, we've covered it.
We've covered it pretty.
Okay.
That's why he's less passionate.
All right, so what you're saying is that's not true at all.
Well, there are plenty where you'd be surprised.
So
how
obviously,
they could not
Superman.
help.
We've gone through the list. with
Okay,
them.
all right. So,
so
give me examples, and I'll tell you how.
Wolverine could not save the Titanic. I break it into 3 categories.
He could save more people with his unbreakable healing factor and stuff. He would be able to go and he'd be able to go into the rudders and stuff. He'd be able to claw through things and open up.
How does he fix
The ship going
250-foot gash in the ship?
Yeah.
It's sinking. He cannot repair the ship.
He
so
could
it's going down.
hold it, and the water wouldn't go through his body because he's fucking tough.
Well,
How big was the hole?
You're saying they're completely useless. I'm saying that they could still
break it
help
into
more
3
people
categories.
would be alive than are.
if there were superheroes on, because I gave Cyclops.
Spider-Man could web up the hole.
Well, can he web up the hole? Because the water will go through the web, wouldn't it?
No,
Spiderwebs are worthless in water.
no, but his webs are
they're not.
waterproof. Yeah,
Are they?
yeah. He's been able to hold off water before.
Okay, my Cyclops could.
Look at the ferry in Spider-Man: Homecoming.
Yeah.
he holds that together.
What was I going to say? Cyclops could weld it
He
shut.
does not have heat vision. He has force vision.
What's that?
So it's like
So now
when his beams are like getting punched by the Hulk,
Okay.
but they're not. They don't have any heat.
So they're not hot. They don't burn.
Yeah, he
through
could
things.
break stuff with them.
but he can't burn through things.
Oh, it hits you.
Yeah.
I thought it doesn't go through you.
I thought it was like
doesn't
a
go through
laser.
you. No,
kind of like
no
I
heat.
have.
Superman has heat vision.
But Cyclops doesn't.
It's kinetic force. Yeah.
It's kinetic force. All right. Well, you know what, Jacob? That's a win to you. Now we pull Cyclops off because he can't. I said that.
Yeah,
he could
but
weld
he could
it.
also just blast the iceberg with one shot. He just takes the visor off.
No. Here's the
It
thing.
is-
They don't
it's hit
know.
the ship.
It's hit the
Okay.
ship
Can't
already.
prevent it. It's like, can they save the ship from sinking? Or if the ship is sinking, can they save the people at least? Or can they only save themselves?
Like we said, the Flash can probably save the people just with speed. Like even if he grabs people too.
Yeah, because time would slow down.
Yeah, just
time would completely slow down for him, and he would be able to save everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If he moves that
He
fast.
could run them. Yeah, he could run them to safety and come back and get everybody.
Yeah.
Look at this, Jacob. You smart ass.
No.
Look at
See,
Superman.
this is the movie version, and doesn't
No, the movie
a bunch
is
of
versus the
Iron
real
Man
life.
robots come and seal up the ship? Like, this is... He's not going to hold the Titanic together.
No, it also didn't
For-
split.
Depends how damaged
1,000
it is,
miles.
but he would be able to save more people. He could make rafts with the webbing.
Okay,
He
here's
could
the one.
certainly delay.
Let me say one that we had.
Not everyone will be saved. I'll give you that.
One of our biggest arguments was over the Incredible Hulk. 'Cause
Okay.
Jay and I said that he could go maybe to the bottom and then with his Hulk strength push up. And
Oh,
lift-
absolutely, yeah.
He could
And lift
jump.
it
He
out.
could jump to
There's
land,
nothing
right?
there's nothing to step on. Like, he's not... What can he push up?
Ocean, but he can go to the ocean floor. He can.
The ocean floor is 2.5 miles down.
Yeah, but he could.
can't...
He could jump from like state to state, can he? Like the whole.
He'd be able to hold the ship together.
You think hold the
He'd be
ship?
able,
together?
yeah, he'd be able to. Dude, he held up an entire mountain range in Secret Wars.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
And then when he went to Planet Hulk, he just became more
He's
powerful
got
the more
something
angry
to
he got.
stand on. What is he standing on? He
Hulk,
can't
I'm
hold
gonna
up the
sub in-
He's
Titanic.
staying
I'm
on the boat holding it together.
Let me say this. I'm subbing in my Incredible Hulk argument for my Cyclops because I didn't know Cyclops' power was kinetic. I thought it was heat-based, and so I was speaking incorrectly, and I just want to apologize. My family and I are going through a time. We need our privacy. Thank you very much. Who else did we say that could...
Captain America useless.
Captain America's useless. But
No, he's not.
how so?
Because he's the best leader that's ever lived. He's already been frozen. He would know what to do in these conditions. He would be able to save more people. Now, so your argument is they can't save everybody. If they can't save everybody, they're useless.
Fit a few more people into the lifeboats,
He
but
would
the
save
majority
hundreds more
would die.
people.
Hundreds more.
Yes.
So when we get a hero from you, we want a quote of how many people they could probably save.
Yeah, so I'd
So
say
Captain America says a couple hundred.
Yeah.
That's pretty good, Jacob.
I believe that he could say through his sheer power,
Through his leadership ability.
muscle, put more people. So that boat's not leaving till the.
But his greatest
But the
strength
ship's
is his
going
mind.
down.
Yeah, his greatest strength is his mind because he's
Yeah.
such a great leader. Now,
He's
what
a
about
strategist, yeah. And
what
you
about-
believe what he says.
what about Thor? Would Thor
Oh, yeah.
what with his
Well,
hammer?
now he could use lightning to weld.
Yeah, now he's got the lightning
ship.
ability
Yeah.
because he's on.
He
he's
controls
he's
all
on his-
weather. Storm would be good in this situation.
Storm would be
Are we
great.
taking this seriously? Like he's saying, he's directing a lightning bolt under the water where the ship is.
I mean, Jacob, are you saying are we
200-foot
taking this
seam.
seriously? This is about superheroes saving the Titanic.
Yeah.
I don't
Right,
think
but
there's anything
how's
serious
the
about this.
lightning bolt hitting the ship? And
He
doesn't
could
that
also
kill a
freeze
lot of
it
people?
with wind powers.
Wind?
He could freeze the ship shut.
The Thor has
maybe-
powers
He could-
of weather.
Yeah. The hammer does all. It
So
also
him-
teleports, so he could teleport everybody.
So he could teleport everyone. So
Yeah, create
Thor-
Give me
portals.
Thor. That was up, and we were up in the air because
He's a
I didn't know
god,
all
yeah.
of Thor's power.
That's what I said about Nightcrawler. Just Nightcrawler can just grab people and he can just grab people two at a time and just take them somewhere else,
Yeah.
just like transport.
All right,
right?
so
Again,
far
I
on the
don't
list
know
of
how
people that
long
we
do
have
these
saving.
powers last. There's got to be a finite. Like,
Yeah, Nightcrawler would get exhausted. The problem with Nightcrawler is that he can only teleport to places that he can see. So if you're just in the middle of the ocean,
He's kind of far.
the farther he goes, he's not going to know where the closest land is. And even if he does, he would be exhausted by a few people.
Okay, what about Beast?
Beast is very smart.
Yeah, he's intelligent. He's the smartest X-Men.
Yeah.
So you think he could save how many people? How many with your range?
I'd say he saves like 120 more.
Then Captain America.
Not as smart in a time of crisis as Captain America. Captain America is the guy you want. Reed Richards now, that's the guy you want the most, Mr. Fantastic.
Stretching
smartest guy
motherfuckers,
in the
yeah.
world. Yeah, can stretch
he
himself
could fill
to
the
be a
hole. Yeah, he could
laugh
fill the hole. Also,
Yeah.
he could block the. He really could block.
Oh,
the hole.
Invisible Woman could totally block the hole. Human
with her
Torch could
force.
weld it.
Yeah. So
We said
Fantastic
that.
Four. He thinks
Fantastic Four. I disagree with you with Mr. Fantastic. First of all, how are his powers in freezing cold?
he gets stretched, dude.
Water.
He has durability.
And
Yeah.
can he? What is he going to do to stop the ship from sinking?
He's going to capture everybody.
So the Titanic goes down, but the people can float in. He's going to make a giant,
Yeah.
He'll make a sack.
He's a human flotation device.
Yeah, he can make a giant sack.
and 2,200 people are going to sit on his back.
He has kangaroo pouch,
Yeah.
dude. He's gonna kangaroo pouch it.
He can make himself like crazy big. I mean, he
Yeah,
can
he's
stretch
Mr.
out whatever.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
My only question was, does his stretching cease in cold weather, in cold water? We're talking
He's been able to handle like pressures. It depends. It
for
wouldn't
an
be
extended period of
ideal,
time.
but he'd be able to save some
So,
people.
but one that he does say wouldn't do shit is Thing. Thing would
Oh,
be
because
done.
he's a rock and he would
He's
just
a rock.
sink.
He's kind of useless. He's a brute, but he can't do anything. Maybe he's gonna say, "Okay, fill a few more people in the boat," but the ship goes down, and he goes down.
Well, if there's doors that people were trapped under, he could break those and stuff.
So I think
I see.
we're starting to find a little middle ground with the argument here, where that superheroes necessarily.
Aren't you happy to find out though, Jacob, that superheroes could help you if you were on the
Yeah.
Titanic?
I mean, you were so
you don't
anti-
want to be so defeated
My
by it.
question was, I'm saying most can't save the ship.
What I'm saying is,
That's
who is going to save me from what I've become?
Yeah, that's exactly.
I,
He's Doctor Doom.
I don't know. Yeah, no. Save the ship is a very different thing. Yeah, actual
And
stuff.
still, a
you can save
majority
lot of
are
the
going to
people.
die.
Yeah, that's fair.
But quite a few are okay. They can
I like that
save.
Jacob. That's Jacob's speech to the people on the Titanic. He goes, "Most of you
So
are
when
gonna
do
die."
they get there? Do they get there after everything, like after everything's gone wrong?
Yeah, they're on the boat. They're dancing.
Okay.
They're having a good time. It's just a superhero getaway, and then all of a sudden,
DiCaprio's plowing out a chick in a fucking
Now,
buggy
the
car.
iceberg is further causing damage,
Yeah,
right?
but-
And it's hitting more and more.
Leo, at the moment, Leo's downstairs blowing backs out in a Model T.
It's a fucking sticky, steamy situation.
Hands against the window. Upstairs, Thor's doing a little zoot scooting. You know, he's fucking.
Zane couldn't be more upset by what's going on.
I like
He just
that we
wants
always
his
think that
girlfriend.
the band that played on was selfless. No,
Yeah.
they were just egotistical musicians.
Yeah, I've had a girlfriend stolen by a musician. They have the largest egos in the
Yeah,
world.
they were just doing shitty jam band stuff. Like, how do we know they weren't doing Grateful Dead stuff? Like,
You want to take this one for a walk? He goes, ooh, that water is cold.
Yeah.
Let's play all the way in.
they were doing a fish cover as the fish.
Also, it's like, guys, do you want music to die to?
Yeah.
Here, you guys want to die to this soft?
And cruise ship music.
Yeah.
They're
It's the
cruise ship
shittiest.
musicians. How do we make cruise ship musicians noble?
But it's cruise ship musicians from like this time period, so it's like just even the shittiest of that.
Yeah, they're all
Yeah.
dead. We should just do a
If it happened now, you just get a guy, like a fat 55-year-old guy singing
Yeah.
"Land Down Under."
It's 1912. The bass player has no rhythm.
He's
I
just
come
playing
from a land down under.
2018 Titanic band's just a Casio. He goes, this thing's wet. I'm useless, guys. He goes, I just want to let you know.
I can't acapella covers of Hall & Oates.
Yeah, he goes,
It's literally just Tool going, "Can you swim? Can you swim?
Yeah.
Can you swim?"
He goes, I can do a Tool Anima again, and it's going to make people upset, or I could do Toto's Africa for the 15th time, but I'm watching people go under the water, and it's starting to shake me up a little bit.
He's like, you know what? I always love this song.
I'm curious
What were you going to say, Christine?
about Batman, because first of all, my whole thing was they're on the ship as passengers. They're
Yeah.
not expecting it, but they have their powers. He's there as Bruce Wayne, passenger on the Titanic. It's struck. Now, I told them, if you want to go down this ridiculous route where he brought a underwater welding suit, I'm not going to do that. Can Bruce Wayne...
I love where Jacob
save
puts
the
his
ship?
foot down. He goes, now listen,
Because
I'll
you
let him
could
smoke
take it-
pot in the studio.
So you
What I
mentioned
will not let them
the
do.
only person who might be a better leader than Captain America.
is
Great
Bruce
leader,
Wayne.
can
So he
save
immediately
extra
has a
people.
plan. He immediately
He's the
knows-
greatest detective of all time.
Yes.
So he knows his stuff.
These girls looking
Yeah.
at me flexing.
Yeah. that little girl's super impressed.
Looking at the sinking scene from the movie right now, what I'm wondering is if we're saying that these superheroes are on the ship, wouldn't anybody with super strength, if they caught it, be able to like go against the iceberg and just turn
Yeah.
the boat
Yes,
to go
no,
a
that
different
was-
direction?
Cyclops will be able to blast it out of the water.
Jacob, in Jacob's defense, he's always maintained this is the scenario of problem has happened.
It's
you
it.
didn't know you're a super strong superhero, but you're fucking banging a chick in a buggy
Yeah.
parked
Now
on the
you're
I
left.
mean, Batman
You're
also
fighting-
could just call all the Justice League. He can call the Bat Plane. He can call the Bat.
That we've
that
said
too.
called a black backflip.
I did say that.
That was
In
something.
yeah.
And he
Excuse
said
me,
1912.
In 1912?
Oh, sorry, the black. He can call the bat.
Steam engine?
The bat prop
Oh, so
plane?
you're saying that
No, the
they
Bat-
only
the
have the
Titanic?
resources of 1912.
Yes, they have their powers, but they have the resources of 1912.
I mean, if Dark Horse, if anyone's listening to this at Dark Horse, this could be a whole series for DC because they're grabbing at air at this moment. Maybe put all of them the way that they did Marvel through time. You do DC through time and have.
Well, you know the
I
the times
contend-
we're in now. They're going to make Wonder Woman fix the problem. I'm
Oh,
sure
well.
with
contend that
rationality.
We all know in 1912 she should be where she's supposed to be in her
Black
cabin
Panther,
making
Black
the
Panther
bed.
would save them all, but they won't let him on the boat.
Yeah. he goes, don't they understand? I have the vibranium for this. Why would they not let me out? And they go,
Where was Wonder Woman? I think DiCaprio was busting her fucking sniz open in the carport.
where was
I have a ticket.
Yeah. No, I have to leave the third level if you want me to solve this. They go,
Yeah.
you're a superhero from a fictitious African nation. There we
Wonder
go.
Woman's trying to save him. They're like, make me a sandwich.
Wonder Woman, I don't care what you did before the boat ride. You're my bride.
If you let me stop shoveling coal, I could probably help.
And he goes,
You can participate in the boat ride, but you can't participate in the vote ride.
hey. He goes, listen, lady, it's not 1918, all right? We don't have it yet. Get out of here.
I'll be honest, that ship was built pretty shoddy for this iceberg to cause that kind of trouble.
Yeah, what a shitty
Built
boat.
very well.
What a dumb boat.
Was it, Jacob?
I'm just saying that.
Yes, it was.
Was it? Because this little piddly fucking
That was a big iceberg.
Hey, Jacob.
And her twin sister, Olympic, crossed the Atlantic 500 times, no problem.
Yeah, you know what I like?
Just
I
poor,
like
poor captain.
I like a boat that goes from port to port.
Now, could Iceman save people? Would he be able to freeze?
Yeah, that was my
water?
That was one of my first examples.
And
I
people
said,
would
I said he could freeze it all the way to the bottom. He could basically keep the boat above ground.
Yeah, make a giant ice cube
by making a giant ice cube.
Anyone with telekinetic abilities would be really good in the situation.
Yeah, because they
keep
could
them floating, and
they could call out the Coast Guard.
Like a Jean Grey,
That's
like Jean Grey.
Telepathic, yeah.
Telepathic
Jean Grey,
is
though.
talking to the mind.
Yeah.
Telekinetic is
so
moving with the
telekinetic.
mind.
You think they put it like Jean Grey puts them in a big bubble and moves them?
Not even. She could probably just keep. She could probably just keep the actual boat.
That was the
above
thing
water.
in the 60s.
Great, we fucking dorked our only black friend out of the room.
Wow, we got to get him back somehow.
The women were so much more powerful, but they just couldn't ever touch anybody. Like every woman's power in the 60s was just like
that's just so funny.
Just pushing people away with their awful minds.
That's how afraid men were of their own penises in the 60s. They go, well, what if we can touch these dames? We'll have to have sex with them and they're all strong.
Yeah, she has to hold you while she flies you through the air to safety.
Well,
You're like with her teeth goes, oh man. She goes, I was in a terrible fire this morning at the top of a skyscraper, and Supergirl came and took me down. He goes, really? Are you okay? He's like, yeah, dude. She had the biggest titties. They were smashed against me the whole time.
Like Scarlet.
She smelled. Oh god, she smelled so good.
Oh my, she smells like Krypton.
I wish I was 5 floors higher. If I'm being completely.
I'm not gonna lie. I might jump off a building.
Scarlet Witch's powers are not defined at all in the Marvel movies. It's like she's using the abilities of menstrual blood. It's just
so
weird.
She goes, she's having an attitude day.
Yeah.
I didn't even feel you needed a new one, right? She just kind of like. She just make enough like red stuff to make the guys.
Well, her powers are all about probability, altering probability, so she could alter the probability that everyone will survive.
Okay.
All right. So see, there's a lot more people in the superhero realm that could save it that you didn't know about, Jacob.
Idiot. Aquaman. Now, Aquaman would be very useful here.
I disagree.
All right, let's get into it.
He would not be able to use the sea creatures to help the people.
I've had this. Well, my theory is.
You wanted to say he's had this discussion, but then he realized he's only thought about it to himself.
No. We talked about Aquaman, but I thought.
Let's say I'm saying the creatures have free will. He can communicate with them, but he can't command them.
Yeah, he can. He totally does. What are you talking about? What rules are you going by?
This is what I thought Aquaman. If I'm wrong about his powers, so if he could command them to do it, then yes, he can save everyone.
Yeah, and he also has all of Atlantis, all of the resources of the people of Atlantis. So the people of Atlantis could help as well.
Where's Atlantis?
It's under the sea.
Yeah, where?
Bermuda Triangle.
I mean, how far are they? Can they get there
all over the world
in an hour?
He has Atlanteans all over the world.
By the way,
Christine
looks up Aquaman to see if she could do it on YouTube. First thing she goes right to Jason. The only thing Jason Momoa. There's an actual video above it. It says the super weaknesses of DC's creature, which would have been pertinent to what we're talking about. And then the other one was just like super sexy Aquaman, Jason Momoa. She goes. That one.
One of the videos is, do you want to see Jason Momoa's workout to get ready for Aquaman?
She didn't even type in Aquaman. She just put in my free pass.
She goes, hi, Jason.
Yeah. No, Green Lantern would be extremely helpful here because he could do anything with the ring.
Yeah,
he can make a green Titanic.
I think that was an early concede for you, Jacob. You said Green Lantern for sure.
Yeah.
But I said...
So Aquaman couldn't. Aquaman if he controls all the sea creatures, he's able to help people.
He can for sure. The ones I definitely agree with were I think Wolverine's pretty useless.
Yeah.
Saving the boat for sure.
Wolverine seems pretty useless.
He's not going to save the boat. Yeah.
Professor X, I think, is useless.
No. Doesn't he have telekinesis or no?
No, just telepathy. Magneto, very useful here.
Very
useful. We said he wouldn't.
He wouldn't do it though. That's the thing.
It depends. Even if there's a few mutants on the boat, then he would save them all.
Were there some sad Jews on the boat? Because he seems to be pretty. He seems to be pretty bitchy when you give them shit.
He's into mutants and Jews.
Jutants.
Yeah, so Magneto would Jutants.
He's technically before the Holocaust.
They go, why do you call this flight?
Oh, it was before the Holocaust. Yes. So he's not bitter.
Yeah, but he still has his powers.
He's also a little boy, though.
He can save it.
He's a little boy who doesn't have his powers.
He's a little boy in the Holocaust. If he's an adult man with his abilities in 1912, he's not a villain. He just cares about his people more.
Yeah.
And if it's his own survival and saving other people, he'd save other people too.
Look at that flare. You're just like, no.
Yeah. The flare goes, no.
Uh-oh.
So have you been dissuaded at all? Or do you still?
No. I took all your points. I believe in them. The only one I was on the fence with because I thought Aquaman can't command them. He can communicate.
He just
so
talk
if it
to
was
him?
up
He
to
can
the
command
animals, he wouldn't.
They listen
wouldn't.
to him. He's their king.
1912, people butchered whales, shot dolphins. They even shot
Yeah, they do
dolphins
that
from
now.
the Titanic. Exactly.
Yeah.
So why would they, if they had free will, help
Because
anybody?
he's not a human. He's half Atlantean. He's of the sea.
Oh, my father's half Atlantean.
On my father's side.
I'm a quarter Atlantean on my father's
Oh,
side.
you fucked up now. I'm gonna call my father. He's Atlantean.
You got his fish friends coming over. You got snapping, cracking.
Atlantean meaning Atlanta. He's Atlantean. He goes, he has gold teeth.
Yeah, here he goes.
He's got gold fronts and dreadlocks that he braids.
Yeah, the band.
So Batman's right here now, right? We see the ship sinking.
Yeah.
He's able to command everybody into a plan. He plans for every disaster. He does not go on a boat
to the band. Go
without
back like
thinking that it might sink.
I believe you that he could make a plan that everyone will get in the lifeboats.
Oh.
They'll be filled. Still, the majority are going down because there's not enough room on the lifeboats.
Wait, with the secret.
So
Batman would not allow himself to be on a boat that doesn't have enough lifeboats.
I'll tell you what,
He
yeah.
would ask that when he got on the boat.
Wait, these guys. I love these guys are playing the violin as it's sinking.
Yeah, by the way, if this was
Yeah,
happening
that's
on
so
any of the
morbid.
cruise ships I was going on while this was happening, like a POD would be in the background. I feel so alive. By the way,
And the sad thing is, no one would be able to use the word victims.
someone pointed out to me yesterday. Well,
But most of the
Terminator
people
timelines.
would be able to be used as flotation devices.
Somebody pointed out to me that at my comedy show on Shiprock, that the lead singer of POD and his wife actually walked out on the show.
On your comedy show?
Yeah, that makes sense to
He's
me
super
because
religious.
they're very religious.
Yeah. He goes, let's see what this big
But
J
it's
guy's
funny to
about.
have a rock star be like this. Whoa, I don't know, man.
Wait, could Aquaman get like whales to come under
Yes.
and like float
Yes.
the boat up?
Yes, he would. He's done it before.
He'll do it again.
Yeah.
Don't you understand? He's irresponsible with his powers.
But there's no superhero that can just fix the boat. Like there's no
Sure.
Wow,
superhero
what about-
that can just like look at it and go like, "This is."
You didn't think about Boatman. He makes boats. His creative.
Well, like I said, Magneto would be able to control the metal in the boat. And,
Yeah.
Oh, there is Paul the there's Paul the drywall guy. I
Yeah.
think he can probably go down there.
No, Jay, you forget his powers only work on land. If you're
shit.
refurbishing an apartment complex,
I built
Julia.
every square inch from crown mold into chair rail.
I fixed the hole in the Titanic.
He goes,
I did that for them.
good morning, Rose. I know I'm supposed to be downstairs. You're very beautiful. I
Go
fixed
full throttle.
I asked the band if they could play any Springsteen. I
I
fixed
asked
the
them-
hole in the fucking sumbitch boat.
They said REO Speedwagon. I said that's all right. Back to the
We're
Titanic.
still watching the
because the
Titanic.
Titanic sinking ship
They're
is on the
showing it
screen.
breaking apart. Anyone with super strength would be able to keep it from breaking apart.
Yeah.
That's true. If you catch it,
Not the,
if
but
you catch
it's
the
still
break.
going to sink even if it doesn't break apart. It's flooding. It's going down.
Yeah, but it'll
regardless.
give people more time.
Yeah.
figure something out. You can start fashioning rafts out of things on the boat. You know what I mean? You can start like figuring out what will float, and what you could get on.
Tell you that Model T
Tables,
won't.
whatever.
Full
I
of cum.
just disagree with your main argument that they would be useless.
I
Anyone
said
with
they-
enhanced abilities or
In saving
who
the
is
boat.
a brilliant strategist,
I should have said.
you would rather one on the boat than not.
Sure, but I should have said emphasized saving the actual ship. I know they could save extra people, but the disaster is going to happen.
And the ship's the important thing here.
Yeah, guys, we all know that
The
is
beautiful, beautiful.
Because
for
anyone
Jacob,
with
it's the
super
ship.
strength
And a lot
that
of people-
flies does not need to have a base that they're holding things from, which I know is a concern of yours.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they keep
Guys like
saying
Wonder
the Hulk
Man
is
would
gonna
be able to
push
hold-
up the ship. Is like he's got to stand on something.
You can float.
How about Robin?
Dink.
Where's Robin coming in?
Oh,
all
I
this?
got one. What about
Holy filled lungs, Batman.
what about Commissioner Gordon's daughter after her Joker shoots her?
How about the ambiguously gay duo? Is there any way they can handle this?
What about the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles? You start going off the rails. You go, what about the entire cast of Mask?
How about Super
The
Grover?
Mask.
How about Grover's alter ego, Super Grover?
Oh, he goes,
He has a knight's mask and a cape.
He does. He flies around.
Meteor Man.
Yeah, Robert Townsend's own.
Yeah, but Blank Man would be pretty useful.
Blank Man would be pretty funny, though.
What was Spawn? Could Spawn help this situation?
Yeah, he's got like a lot of powers. Now they're all finite, but he basically could do anything. He could all just teleport to another dimension, which might be hellish.
That's what I was going to say. He takes him to hell. He goes, sorry.
But I was going to say more like, couldn't his cape wrap around the entire? His cape could wrap around the boat and stop the
chains would hold it together. Yeah, he's got supernatural powers.
Right, so we're getting somewhere, guys. We're really cooking with
What
gas.
were you looking at there, Christine? Were you seeing if Caesar, the leader of the Planet of the Apes, could help? Because he's not a superhero. He's a problem we cause ourselves.
We must die if we have to.
What about? She goes, what about
Caesar is wet.
Spawn's cape could block the
water?
What would you say?
You're saying Spawn's cape could block the water?
I'm saying, I think he could wrap it around the whole boat. The cape's like infinite.
Why don't you wrap your
I don't know
mind
Spawn enough.
It would take a lot of his abilities. Like, so yeah, he has a certain amount of power before he goes to hell. Mm-hmm. So I mean, he basically can do anything. It's just if he wants to do it.
I'd say wrap the boat in cape and have the chains hold the boat together.
Boom.
Yeah, he would be able to do that. It's just,
bang, boom.
So I
Done.
say he can save. He can keep the
match,
boat afloat until a rescue boat comes, but eventually he's going to have to unwrap it and it sinks.
Well, no, they're saying. In fact, I didn't even know this. He could take them with to hell.
Yeah. And by the way, you get pretty dry in hell. A lot of flames.